University's ceremonial mace, which is carried by the Secretary of the Faculty Senate, Dr. Anya Rosado Fager. The arrival of the mace marks the official opening of this Ohio University commencement ceremony. We ask that you remain standing for the procession of the platform party, the presentation of the colors, and the singing of our national anthem. Thank you.
Welcome to Ohio University's undergraduate commencement ceremonies. My name is Kerry Cooper, and as the chair of the Ohio University Board of Trustees, I am privileged to convene this, the 2022 commencement ceremony, and to welcome the graduates who are being honored today, their families, and their friends. Now, I am pleased to introduce the presentation of the colors to be escorted by our Army and Air Force ROTC. Following the presentation of the colors, please join Ms. Anna Colon for the singing of our national anthem, and please remain standing. Thank you very much.
March, left, detail, halt, left, face. Present arms.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Forward. March.
Please be seated. Welcome, class of 2022, to your graduation. As president of Ohio University and on behalf of our faculty and staff, I am delighted to welcome family, friends, and most especially our graduates to this morning's commencement ceremony. As we begin this morning, I would like to recognize the distinguished guests who are with us today. I ask that they stand if they are able as I introduce them and remain standing. Please hold your applause until all guests have been introduced. Please join me in welcoming members of Ohio University Board of Trustees, our academic officials, our administrative officials, representatives of the Alumni Association, representatives of our university senates, members of our esteemed faculty, and our 2022 commencement speaker, Ohio alumna, Janelle Coleman. Thank you. I would also like to recognize those among you who serve and protect our country. Some of you have entered the armed forces as officers, an honor you earned through the completion of the Reserve Officer Training Course program. Others of you have served our nation before coming to Ohio University. We also have members of our audience today who are veterans or current members of the armed forces. Thank you all for your service and sacrifice. If you are able, please stand to be recognized. There's one more group I would like to call attention to. In 2020, Ohio University's College of Business partnered with the University of Beirut in Germany to offer students from both universities an undergraduate double degree in sport management. Today, we are excited to welcome two delegates who join us from Germany, representing the University of Beirut. They're up in this section up here, as well as the first graduates from this dual degree program. Congratulations. We look forward to continuing our partnership with University of Beirut and shaping future leaders in the industry of sports worldwide. And now I'd like to acknowledge the reason why we are here today, our graduates. First, congratulations for adapting to the adversity you've experienced over the past few years and for supporting one another through it all. Your lives were disrupted and new obstacles were created for each of you, but you overcame those obstacles, just as you've overcome so many other challenges during your academic careers. Think for a moment about all the years you've been a student, all the schools you've attended, and all the academic work you've completed. It is incredible to think about how far you've come and the number of challenges you've met head on. But you did it. You made it. And now you are here today so we can collectively celebrate your achievements so you can move on to the next chapter. Each of you should be very proud of yourselves. The world is changing rapidly and the job market continues to evolve. But employers will always be looking for critical thinkers, strong communicators, collaborators, problem solvers, and leaders. You sharpened those skills at Ohio University, and they will help you no matter what you choose to do in your futures. Each of you has your own path in life, and soon you will leave here and spread out over the world. You will use your new knowledge and skills to make positive changes to your communities. You will go places you never imagined and reach heights you didn't think were possible. And no matter where life takes you or how much time passes, you'll always be Bobcats, and Ohio University will always be your home. Congratulations. Our guest speaker today is a 1995 graduate of the Scripps College of Communication who majored in broadcast journalism. She currently serves as Vice President of Community Engagement, Diversity, and Inclusion at American Electric Power, as President of the AEP Foundation. She has more than 20 years of experience leading efforts to shape and implement initiatives that enhance corporate reputation and significantly benefit communities, with companies such as L Brands and the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium. In addition, she is the former chair and trustee emeriti of Ohio University's Board of Trustees. I am honored to introduce your 2022 Spring Commencement Speaker, Janelle Coleman.
Good morning, Bobcats. Thank you. I like the call and response. I am thrilled to be your 2022 Spring Commencement Speaker. I'd like to thank President Sherman, his leadership team, and my fellow members of the board for this prestigious honor. I am delighted to be among the first to congratulate you and your families on this significant accomplishment. Graduates, I want you to know today that you officially become a big deal. It's a big deal that you are graduating, and it's even a bigger deal that you're graduating as a Bobcat. I believe deep in my soul that Bobcats are capable of accomplishing anything that we put our minds to. There are many instances throughout our history when I'm sure we were counted out, obstacles were thrown our way, or someone said, Ohio University, the Bobcats? They can't do that, or they're not going to make it. After all, we're not the huge university up the road from us, and we are not an Ivy League institution. No, that's not who we are. So who are we? I'll get to that in a minute. As I said, I believe Bobcats can accomplish anything. Never in a million years did I think I would be standing here today as your commencement speaker. Now, that's not because I didn't get a good education growing up in Cleveland, or because I'm shy, which is something I've never been accused of. No, it's none of those things. It's because statistics would say, based on the zip code of where I was born, which was in a poor Black neighborhood in Cleveland, that I should not be standing before you today. When I was 11 years old, my father died of a heart attack, and my family's life changed in an instant. We went from being a working poor family to flat out poor. My mother was now a widow with 3 young kids. My father, the breadwinner of the family, was gone. What were we going to do? The only thing we could do was keep moving forward, no matter how difficult the situation was. Things got really bad after my father's death. There were times when we didn't have food to eat, and too many times to count of when our phone was disconnected or we had no heat or water in our apartment. We oftentimes had no working car, and it was routine to search for bus money in between the cushions of our couch. But there was one thing that remained constant during those times, and it was non-negotiable. That was that my brothers and I would graduate from high school and go to college. Period, hard stop. During my junior year of high school, my English teacher encouraged me to major in broadcast journalism during a time when you didn't see many lead reporters, women reporters that is, and certainly not many women of color. After doing some research, I discovered the top journalism school in the country was at Ohio University in Athens, Ohio. I will never forget receiving my acceptance letter to the E.W. Scripps School of Journalism. I was so proud. I hung that letter on the refrigerator in our apartment, and it stayed there until I was forced to remove it. Now, the reason I was forced to remove it was because we were evicted from our apartment the summer before my freshman year at OU. During that time, I remember thinking, I'm still going to OU, no matter what. No matter what. For most of that summer, my family was homeless. Eventually, we were fortunate enough to find a landlord who took a chance on us. We were finally settled. And then one day, my mother says to me, Janelle, where is Athens anyway, and how in the world do you think you're gonna get there? We don't have a car. Now, I'm about a week out from the start of school, and I'm starting to get nervous, and I still don't know how I'm getting to campus. And then one day, my mom tells me that our landlord is going to loan her car so that we can get to Athens. Don't ever count people out, Bobcats. The kindness of others show up when you least expect it. So we pack up the small car to the roof. And my mom and I make our way to Athens for the very first time. I'll never forget us climbing the hill and seeing the university over the horizon. And you guys know what I mean. I knew at that moment I was supposed to be at OU, and I was supposed to be a Bobcat. I was a first-generation college student attending OU on a Pell Grant, a few academic scholarships, and loans. I didn't know what I didn't know. The only reason I graduated from OU is because of the tremendous help given to me by my classmates who gave me rides back and forth to Cleveland, who loaned me money for books when I didn't have it, and who encouraged me to stay connected to campus and get involved with student organizations like WOUB and my beloved Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Hi, sorors. It's as if my fellow Bobcats and my family put me on their shoulders and carried me over the course of 4 years into the convo right where you sit today. That's who we are, Bobcats, and that's what we do. I share my story with you today because I want you to know it's not about where you start, but it's about it's about what you do along the journey and where you finish. There will be times when life throws you a curveball and you feel like the obstacles are too great to overcome. There will be times when someone tells you that your idea is crazy talk or try to make you feel as if you're not good enough or worthy of success. If any of those things happen, I want you to remember this. You are a Bobcat, and that's a big deal. Let's reflect on our founders for a moment. Imagine what people must have thought back in the 1800s when Manasseh Cutler and Rufus Putnam said they were going to establish a university on the Hocking River. Can you imagine that? Them sitting at a pub in Boston in the backyard of Harvard and declaring that they were going to establish a Harvard on the Hocking? A Harvard on the Hocking? I'm sure they were laughed out of the pub. Yet, we sit here today, and there are tens of thousands of people across the world who know exactly what you mean when you say Harvard on the Hocking. Graduates, you stand on the shoulders of other Bobcats like John Newton Templeton, class of 1828, the first Black graduate of Ohio University, and the third Black man to graduate from any college in the United States of America. You stand on the shoulders of Margaret Boyd, class of 1874, the first woman graduate from Ohio University. Imagine that, a Black man and a woman graduating from college in Southeast Ohio in the 1800s. Imagine what they went through to accomplish that. I'm certain someone told Dr. Frank Pappy of the Cleveland Clinic, class of 1975, who performed a near total face transplant on the youngest patient in history, that it was impossible. And in recent times, my classmate, Abdul Williams, who wrote the screenplays for New Edition Story, Bobby Brown, and Salt and Pepper, all recent movies that I hope you have seen. I'm sure some producer in Hollywood told him that no one was interested in those stories. The list of change makers and outstanding alumni goes on and on, my fellow Bobcats. But in closing, I ask that if you don't remember anything else from my remarks today, please remember that you are a big deal because you are a Bobcat. Bobcat is a title reserved for the resilient, the kind and generous, those who are brilliant but don't wear it on their sleeves, those who are dedicated and use their voice for power, their voice and power for good, those who show up for their friends, their family, and their community. That is who we are. Yes, my fellow Bobcats, you are a big deal. So today, I want you to stand up and cheer because you are now and will forever be a Bobcat, no matter what. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Emerita Coleman, for those magnificent remarks. My name is Dr. Elizabeth Sayers, and as Executive Vice President and Provost, I have the distinct pleasure and privilege of now recognizing the outstanding faculty of Ohio University. Each of you has played a major role in helping these students earn their degrees. Thank you for your dedication to our students every year, but especially for your work with the class of 2022. Over the last 2 years, you have changed everything. The way you do research and creative activity, your teaching, and your advising. You've continued to not just impart knowledge, but to expand the limits of what is known. Thank you for caring so deeply about our students. You have served as a steadfast connection during these tumultuous times. Thank you for sharing your intellectual enthusiasm for your discipline. Your contributions have created the unique, innovative, deep learning that we celebrate here today. So on behalf of the university, thank you for your hard work and devotion to teaching, research, and service. Your work is the very heart of the mission of Ohio University. Please join me in thanking our outstanding faculty. And now to our graduates. Before we award your degrees, we have one more group to recognize. Each of you has had special support in achieving your educational goals. I want you to take a moment, stand up, find your people, thank everyone in the audience and everyone watching online who has supported you during your journey. Many of our students have distinguished themselves through their studies. I would like to especially recognize those students who are graduating with honors. Would all of those students who are graduating cum laude please stand and be recognized? Now, would those who are graduating magna cum laude please stand and be recognized? And finally, would those who are graduating summa cum laude please stand and be recognized? Graduates, families, and friends, I now invite everyone to please stand and join Ms. Anna Colon in the singing of the Ohio University Alma Mater.
Alma Mater, Ohio, Alma Mater, brave and fair, Alma Mater, we hail thee, for we own thy kindly care. Alma Mater, Ohio, when we read thy story o'er, we revere thee and cheer thee as we sing thy praise once more.
Graduates, now is the time you've been waiting for. It is time to confer degrees on the class of 2022. Dr. Sherman, it is my great honor to now present to you these students for the conferral of their degrees. Will all of the graduates please rise? President Sherman, these students have completed all of the requirements of their degree programs. I, therefore, have the honor of presenting them to you for the conferral of their degrees.
On the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority vested in me by the Ohio University Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the degrees that your respective studies have merited, with all the privileges, responsibilities pertaining thereto. Graduate, it is my honor to welcome you into the family of Ohio University alumni. You may now move your tassel from right to left. You may be seated. Following the receipt of your degrees, the 2022 commencement of Ohio University will stand adjourned. You will be called to the platform by your respective dean.
Good morning. My name is Dr. Matthew Sheftel, and it is my absolute honor and privilege to present tomorrow's artists and creative leaders. College of Fine Arts graduates, please come forward.
Hannah Elizabeth Tunin.
Kelly Alyssa Evans.
Kara Ann Glaze.
Anastasia Marie Kilbert.
Nathan Thomas Puppelman.
Savannah Virginia Martins.
Anastasia Marie Lee.
Nicole Lee Butcher.
Elizabeth Marie Lance.
Brittany Ann Work.
Adele Eliza Ardrey.
Jillian Francis Shive.
Lydia Rose Cornell.
Kayleen Nicole Cochran.
Sophia Marie Marot.
Callie Ann Burton.
Rena Rebecca Kinney.
Paige Noel Strassel.
Chloe Athena Mason.
Destin Michael Latourneau.
Elise Marie Palmer.
Leah Briggs Stand.
Mariana Bernadette McMillan.
Elizabeth Rose Elrod.
Denver Della Bastian.
Sev Spinelli.
Jade Lynn Brianna Lewis.
Kristen Nicole Braglin.
Michaela Ann Beinecker.
Kelly Isabel Simmons.
Kelly Ogg.
Jillian Mary Lewis.
Victoria Catherine Goebel.
Madison Bauza.
Keely R. Conroy.
Morgan Brittany Arturachi.
Anna Ruth Stover.
Ellen Grace Hesketh.
Paige Campbell.
Rachel Fanny Ehrlich.
Matthew Allen Rawl.
Andrew Kane Dykeman Doms.
Andrew Nosen Brunson.
Cody O. Gu.
Haley Cohen.
Mietta Trewan Smith.
Mark Rocco.
Anna Colon.
Caitlin Elizabeth Cordell.
Jared Christopher Kitchen.
Whitney Danae Cope.
Andrew Michael Koziel Jr.
Reagan Elizabeth Sy.
Hayden Allen Fry.
Richard Xander Duffus.
Thomas Jason Swisher.
Mallory Casserly.
Ben Kring Lessenmayer.
Brent William Fenwick.
Margaret Sophie Bolby.
Max Catlin Swartout.
Jack Benjamin Marks.
Cole David Maddox.
Avery Claire McDonald.
Heather Nicole Harris.
Andrew Ryan.
Jasper Leaf Aldrich.
Annie Rose Beller.
Daniel Charles Cagle.
Logan Alexander Thompson.
James McDade.
Ricky Coop.
Nicholas Harrison Bartleson.
Caleb Jackson.
Harper Ann Justice.
Rochelle Allison Mervine.
Taylor Monet Roberts.
Taylor Ann Mickey.
Victoria Elise Menendez.
Taylor Ann McKenzie.
Alicia B. Chamberlain.
Gabriel Joseph Prin.
Laura Grace Weininger.
Luke Patrick Woodward.
Alexandra Logan Oppenheimer.
Nyla Latham.
Elizabeth Ann Finn.
Charlotte Petco.
Hannah Catherine Brown.
Erin Margaret Morris.
Abigail Dorothy Martin.
Kelly Elizabeth Quincell.
Kelsey Nicole Greast.
Mallory Ann Stowe.
Cecilia Margaret Ferrer.
Anna Michelle Jeffries.
Nicholas Robert Licata.
Kara Fazone.
Olivia Kate Gamble.
Lauren Peters.
Sophie Lynn Little.
Zoe Lynn Oxley.
Madeline Ann Ross.
Grace Prexta.
Kat Kelly.
Anika Nolan Frogel.
Molly Elizabeth Merrick.
CJ Herr.
Elena Elizabeth Douglas.
Jenna Marie Porter.
Katie Christine Boyd.
Peyton Cyan Hendricks.
Brooke Elizabeth Garrett.
Katie Marie Schroeder.
Good morning, graduates, friends, and family members. I'm Dr. Mei Wei. I'm very proud to present to you the graduates of Fritz and Doris Russ College of Engineering and Technology. Russ College students, come forward.
Madeline Claire McNamara.
Fadi Al-Rabadi.
Rachel Hamp.
Manal Adele El-Khouara.
Elizabeth Renee Bihaj.
Caitlin Michelle Boyd.
Sean Carroll Clody.
Patrick Walker.
Anthony Charles Santa.
Brandon William Mitchell.
Casey Alexander McDonald.
Michaela Kiera Travis.
Mitchell Weston Bush.
Bolatofi Coyote Asianbi.
Abdul Moshin Ali Asi.
Cameron Thomas Roback.
Colton Joseph Wright.
Marka Janjadhovic Nisik.
Viraj Patel.
Caleb Michael Pronte.
Kevin Charles Hahn.
Darren T. Pennington.
Samuel Robbins Pacey.
Jordan Patrick Ernest.
Ian Cuppett.
Brian Scott Ray.
Malik William Bowman.
Ryan Joseph Cup.
Jake Dukovac.
Justin Sackett.
Anthony Giordano.
Wakar Maksud Sadiq.
Callum Bruce Parnold.
Christopher Kenneth Irving Suter.
Andrew Shane Long.
Ethan Joseph Harris.
Quentin DeWalt.
Peter Scott Whiteman.
Anne Marie Shelby.
Francesco Fava.
Ezra Blaine.
Rachel Marie Jackson.
Kelly Allison Rader.
Nicholas Christopher Barker.
McKenna Joan Venelek.
Savannah Young.
Audrey Margaret Holcomb.
Thea Ariel Very.
Carolyn May Rhodes.
Justin Grove.
Allison Sloan Perkins.
Ryan Andrew Wilson.
Timothy Garrett Neely.
Michael Arthur Wallace.
Connor D. Spellman.
Megan Abigail Clark.
Eric Buckner.
Daniel James McFarland.
Zachary Austin Helton.
Jacob Lee Zelinsky.
Jackson Robert Chilberg.
Jared Anthony Pager.
Benjamin Riggs.
Benjamin Martin Eckstein.
Neil Christopher Corrigan.
Michael J. Dirkus.
Wyatt Danford Reynolds.
Grant Logan Schroeder.
Garrett Glenn Shade Royal.
Andrew Snyder.
Ryan Patrick Ruth.
Jonah Thomas Smith.
Carson Lee Gussler.
Justin Michael Neighbor.
Brandon Dennis Balstein.
Jared Gullett.
Luke William Fredericks.
Michael Keith Watkins.
Tyler John McDonald.
Fabian Daniel Zervigan.
Kojo Hughes.
Maxwell Briscoe Stuckel.
Nicholas Fisher.
Kayla Lee Wagner.
Karumi Yamada.
Laura Jepkover Ndogo.
Isa Salim A. Alimiri.
Megan Nicole Hamilton.
Kylie Linville.
Brad Davosky.
Jonathan Andrew Bear.
Benjamin Keith Brewster.
Matthew McGuire.
Jenna Lorraine Trammell.
Taylor C. Mazzoni.
Hannah Marie Benson.
Tyler Tackett.
Ethan Mansfield.
Cole Tanner Stuffelbeam.
Brendan Robert Collada.
Timothy Andrew Dopsey.
Andrew David Gardelli.
Jocelyn Everett.
Richard Lee Gladwell.
Jose Brion.
Max D. Tikach.
Nathan Todd Hawkins.
Braden David Van Dang.
Lauren Mitchell.
Samuel McLean Cockrell.
Daniel C. Rossi.
Douglas Dean June Petrick.
Matthew Robert Durrell.
Nicholas Stephen Burgess.
David Walter Will Van de Berg. Andrew Clark Wellington.
Livin Ravanaka Royal Sorara.
Alec Jordan Weaver.
Francesca Marie Carney.
Adam John Stasko.
Seth Brendan Sergel.
Daniel Philip Papanek.
Mason Lowell Swigert.
Skylar Kristen Boggs.
Cassidy Jean Harriet.
Hudson Alexander Stouffer.
Ian Peebles.
Nicholas Jackson.
Alexander Matthew Shakel.
Daniel J. Bender.
London Lee Greer.
Nashawn Webb.
Joseph Roan Arnold.
Keanu S. McElroy.
Griffin Charles Brown.
Matthew Perez.
Cameron Francis Bunting Dorr.
Christopher Thomas Reiser.
Brad A. Cavald. Michael James Benimio.
Joshua Scott Ducharme.
Hunter Austin Donald Burden.
Alexander Shelton.
Benjamin Bauer.
Alfred Anthony Stein.
Justin Avery Levy.
Anthony Owusu-Ansah Jr.
Gerald Nicholas McGee.
Brandon Samuel Huff.
Aaron Patrick Bakey.
Mohammed Jallo.
Alec Gregory Martins.
Brandon Nyland.
Ryan Miller.
Troy Rindler.
Christopher James Mitten.
Chase Morgan Poland.
Matthew Chinay.
Spencer Charles Buckert.
Jacob Bobby Matarano.
Joseph Reed Weeks.
Thomas Dudley Yanovich.
Samuel John Trey.
Joseph Tyler Cusimano.
Bryce Stephen Swatzel.
Garrett James Maiden.
Samuel Lachlan Riggs.
Christopher Todd Fox.
Carl Edward Lang.
Matthew P. Hansen.
Sophia Berry.
Danielle Graham Klein.
Caleb W. Riley Herring.
Maxine Ramlow.
Garrett Lee Sparger.
Benjamin Widman.
Ashley Elizabeth Mullins.
Bradley Gordon Golsky. Peter Vincent Schumacher.
Nolan Capet Kuhn-Boren.
Tyler Antonio Zwolenick.
Jacob Eicher.
Nicholas James Maud.
Neville Andy Wolf.
Megan N. Harris.
John William Kasich.
Isaac Weller.
Chloe Ann Canigla.
Isabella Maria Herrera.
Mackenzie Bonitz.
Melina Noel Barlow.
Jonathan William Henderson.
Alexander Ellis Geisler.
Andrew Timothy Hatton.
Bryant Weston Younger.
Luke Tyler Schleider.
William Brendan Madigan.
Evan Michael Ross.
Drake David Purdom.
Michael Schraff.
Kevin Michael Helton.
Faisil Abdulaziz Alikil.
Theodore Alexander Stuber.
Nathan Mark Bond.
Madison Page Greer.
Leonardo Samuel Guagenti.
Emily Zecca Jones.
Austin Matthew Boglu.
Ethan E. Blythe.
Benjamin Marcus Krugman.
Chase Matthew King.
Alexander James Niergarter.
George Matthew Lang.
Alex John Hefner.
Gavin Joseph Tasadi.
Jordan Wells.
Gabriel Kelsey.
Logan Tyler Essex.
Zion E. Klinger.
Sean Padraig Smith.
Michael David Spradlin.
Rafiq Baitamuni.
Austin Lewis McKibben.
Bodie Whittington.
Cole Williams.
Madison Ann McGuire.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Carrie Bush, and it's my great honor and privilege to welcome forward the newest class of University College graduates. Please come forward.
Ethan Allen Beckett.
Kyle Matthew Picard.
Corby Aiden Wolf.
Ramu Adamu.
Ryan Nicole Juan Large.
Natalia Miroslava Burke Garcia.
Jacqueline Danielle Munching.
Benjamin Bolton.
Heather Renee Ridnor.
Casey Kaiser.
Sydney A. Compston.
Alexis Catherine Kuor-Hag.
Elliot Ryan Segert.
Ashley L. Deloach.
Kendra Holly.
Maxwell Aaron Sauber.
Haley Ray Holmes.
Catherine Jane Summers.
Drew Ryan Saravchek.
Bryce Pearson.
Thomas Antalik.
Tiffany Richard Diana.
Mackenzie R. Lowe.
Allison Stephanie Holter.
Abigail June Starr.
Roger William Bunce.
Ashley Diane Johnson.
Paige Christina Miller.
Ashley Marie Weaver.
Nicholas Rudolph Oppenheimer.
Patricia Dixon Widner.
Adam Lee Joseph Roush.
David Michael Penrod.
Charity Rose Mazier.
Caitlin Maeve Vogue.
Nicholas Robert Freem.
Ramaya D. Thornhill.
Shayna Marie Bucklew.
Madalena Ann Maritani.
Graduates, family members, and friends, my name is Dr. Scott Tetsworth. I am so thrilled to present to you the outstanding communicators of the Scripps College of Communication. Faculty, please come forward. Graduates of the Scripps College, please proceed to the stage.
Malcolm David Banks.
Matthew Joseph Fisher.
Troy Davis.
Jacob Anthony Curran. Ray John Michael Boyd.
Jacob William Meavery Boyk.
Marisa Ellen Elmore.
Amanda Taylor Dale.
Christian Chandler Egley.
Michelle Kathleen Dieters.
Zane Edward Bartell.
Isaac James Downs.
Derek Seth Buckley.
Benjamin Dufanetz.
Rachel Sue Andrews.
Aileen Mansfield.
Alex Catherine Fredeker.
Faith Felicia Gallagher.
Elizabeth Siger McVeigh.
Claire Elizabeth Murray.
Lauren Renee Bowles.
Michael Booker Boston.
Abigail Elise Blashinsky.
Audrey Marie Groan.
Tess Woodyard.
Catherine Joelle Bugenstein.
Eileen Eidelberg.
Aaron Christopher Brandenburg.
Dante Rocco Contanzerite.
John Ryan Berg.
Madeleine Elise Fisher.
Hannah C. Beedling.
Sydney Lorraine Cordona.
Sumita Lahiri.
Beth Brennan.
Kennedy Grace Dauphin.
Holly Friedel.
Clara Joanne Kalis.
Mitchell T. Conway.
Leah Caroline Lindemann.
Julia Brogan Dressing.
Maya Josephine Cunningham.
Carissa Nicole Campbell.
Madison Rose Bussert.
Cade Marshall Edens.
Austin Kirk Alford.
Nicholas Michael Beziano.
Duncan Glenn Farquhar.
William Douglas Gianco.
Andrew DiGirolamo.
Claudia Lynn Bauman.
Trinity Mae Bryant.
Trey Hoddle.
Ryan Marie Green.
Ariana Carrera.
Emily Catherine Birch.
Erica Bryn Cash.
Chloe Marie Chalicombe.
Grace Elizabeth Fowler.
Abigail Garnett.
Caitlin Cummings.
Emmeline Lind Atkins.
Holly Elizabeth Cooper.
Emily Mae Dengler.
Caitlin Marie Gold.
Antonia Marie Pusatelio.
Lillian Marie Schwab.
Catherine Elizabeth Sommer.
Mara Ann Tenenbaum.
Jenna Claire Miller.
Grace Elin Graff.
Lauren Nicole Bine.
Claire Elizabeth Coker.
Madeline Latvianis.
Charles Simon West Gidden.
Claire Geary.
Catherine Rachel Calvis.
Sophia Peeler Engelhart.
Colette Cohen.
Lyric Monet Albert.
Kyra Helen Lacrone.
William Edmonston.
Kaylee Grace Ritchie.
Marin Elaine Cook.
Rhea Marie Cummings.
Fallon Janae Howard.
Harley Jane Wentz.
Benjamin Wilgopolsky.
Joseph Thomas Mador.
Macy Marie Cantrell.
Caleb Nathaniel Gongwer.
McKenna Ray Goad.
Kelly Jean Lambers.
Rebecca Morgan Green.
Alyssa Ray Gormley.
Olivia Noel Christensen.
Catherine Virginia Kieber.
Elizabeth Marie Blanc.
Olivia Claire Dukowicz.
Emma Jean Dangler.
Christine Marie O'Hare.
Megan Elizabeth Crowley.
Jesselyn Elizabeth Shiner.
Elena Ray Brashears.
Kyra Young.
Ralph Barrell.
Camden Emmett Gilreath.
Jillian R. Craig.
Christina Antoinette Formicelli.
Alexis June Potopsky.
Sarah Elizabeth Donaldson.
Catherine Ann Hawkinson.
Madeline Elise Nutter.
Noah James Wright.
Jack Alexander Glecker.
Nathan Richard Hart.
Lauren Elizabeth McCain.
Bo Hunter Kuhn.
Emily Marie Barron.
Kaya Easton.
Aja Matthews.
Emily Bray Walsh.
Virginia Ann Natalie.
Gabriella Victoria Hayes.
Abigail Jeffers.
Mia Evelyn Anarino.
Sophia Mack.
Felicia Sophia Cattell.
Anna Adele Haw.
Caden Madison.
Julia Maddock.
DeMarjay Deshawn Hogan.
Nia Nikita Dumas.
Julia Leoncy Howell.
Alice Elizabeth Demuth.
Rebecca Ann Harhai.
Abigail Lane Hickman.
Erica Marie Marshall.
Brandy Elise Virgin.
Aiden Siobhan Neal.
Derek Foster Loshi.
Anthony Francis Maroney.
Clay Alexander Noah.
Chloe Jarrett.
Jasmine Doreen Hargrove.
Madison Ruth Llewellyn.
Matt Downing.
Louis Ditko.
Peyton James Lauterbach.
Mackenzie Katrin Lurch.
Brienne Elizabeth Mertes.
Corbin Robert Samler.
Alexandra Michelle Kelly.
Demetra Callie Miller.
Casey Elizabeth George.
Elizabeth Lene Lang.
Allison Marie Jolowick.
William J. Hefflinger.
Catherine Elizabeth Krasuski.
Ryan Higgins.
Lee David Kermos.
Sybil Alice Marie Hefner.
Ryan Catherine Harvey.
Carl Joshua Matney.
Aileen Leberoth.
Eli Long Williams.
Carter Stanley.
Devin Latour.
Abigail Lawrence Miller.
Daniel Richard King.
Kathleen McKenna Schmidt.
Sean Patrick McDonald.
Nicholas Taylor Johnston.
Chloe Myers.
Anastasia Kennedy Meg Prox.
Justin Patrick Ensminger.
William Colleen Hoffman.
Angela Lynn Lewers.
Benjamin C. Lindner.
Haley Adele Leinenkugel.
Mackenzie Lorene Harris.
Aaron Shea McLaughlin.
Allison Marie Wise.
Brian D. Kerp.
Benjamin F. Byers III.
Miranda Glenneman.
Vaughn Joseph Moore.
Elliot Magenheim.
Caroline Kelsch.
Gina Nicolette Luck.
Macy Christine Schaefer.
Zachary Nathan Schaefer.
Charlie Lucas.
Sienna Erilyn Mills.
Lindsay Ruth Katz.
Maggie Elizabeth Old.
Mackenzie Faith Kress.
Amelia Claire Wenz.
Lauren Noel Houston.
Alexander Gardner Bodie.
Gillian Fott.
Grant Frederick Schroeder.
Jack Cowman.
Tasia Marie Tolton.
Catherine Suzanne Willett.
Anthony Devon Whitney.
Tyler Lamar Walton.
Justin Kyrie Burchett.
Scott Christopher Thomas.
William Evan Price.
Elizabeth Grace Pearson.
Rachel Catherine McFowle.
Savannah Nicole Amata.
Madeline Marie Johnson.
Tatum Olivia Otis.
Lauren Elizabeth Bangs.
Brianna Faith Severns.
Olivia May Harlow.
Megan Sire.
Sarah Ellen James.
Mary Colleen Berger.
Sherry Lynn Spring Marshall.
William Vincent Laturza.
Andrew Allison.
Michael J. Roth.
Nicholas Veland.
Alexander Trevor Porter.
Zachary Matthew Paquette.
Isaac Joseph Spradling.
Lillian Roby.
Jake Steed.
Colin James Mayer.
John Shanahan Hall.
Jennifer Ann Hyman.
Julia Vecchi Martins Dessaw.
Nathaniel Charles Swanson.
Riley Runnels.
Brianna Faith Offenberger.
Sophie Ann Smith.
Molly J. Powers.
Sarah Jane Todak.
Adam Jeffrey Tippett.
Allison Hannah Pierce.
Kevin Aaron Lanier.
Savannah Grace Walpole.
Brianna Lender.
Kristen Vorosky.
Sarah Ann Rubsum.
Lauren Marjorie Pilato.
Keith Kessler Robinson.
Nicholas Charles Belisario.
Bradley Ryan Cunningham.
Grant Leslie Simpson.
Dana Lynn Woltz.
Dalton Vance Teasley.
Natalie Arts.
Haley Catherine Boyd.
Brianna Claire Maxwell.
Rebecca Lynn Pop.
Jolie Eliza Hansen.
Jennifer Marie Carey. Anne Rose Fink.
Callie McLaughlin Arnos.
Olivia Dawn Woyton.
Madeline Jane Quinnell.
Lucas Scott Rogers.
John Edward Sunderman.
Tyler John Klein.
Rachel Susan Ryan.
Haley Ann Radcliffe.
Brenna Lee Years.
Sydney Hunter Super.
Eleanor Christine Roberto.
Georgia Catherine Butt.
Julia Ann Black.
Ryan L. Stallworth.
Corey Tyler Winget.
Noah Turner.
Miles Christian Van Adder.
Jared Poole. Alexis Gabrielle Vogley.
Mallory Catherine Pervoznik.
Megan Aaron Simon.
Bridget Catherine Ward.
Catherine Ann Kobasuk.
Rachel Nicole Simpson.
Casey Porter.
Miles J. Hamilton Wortman.
Jayla Ashay Smith.
Brianna Marie Smith.
Amber Smith.
Emma Lee Yurdak.
Taylor Jesse Clemens.
Irene Noel Kent.
Alex Oaks Paglukia.
Gabrielle Ann Bertoya.
Lauren Ellie Rose.
Elise Marie Semko.
Cameron Zimmerman.
Tate Ellen Thomas.
Addison Michelle Gibson.
Luke Edward Walker.
Elizabeth Margaret Reiser.
Stephanie Schilla.
Julie Troughton.
Pauline Emma Van Dyke.
Jordan Claire Schmidt.
Carly Francis Rosen.
Owen Christopher O'Connor.
Leah Madison Welker.
Dakota Aaron Simonson.
Sophia Claire Smith Campbell.
Megan Wolf.
Devin Michael Refner.
William Parker Jackson.
Griffin Thomas Winters.
Kyle Henn.
Stanton Olson.
Madeline Travis.
Nicholas A. Johnson.
Joshua Tyler Vickers.
Jack Rousseau.
Joshua Preston Parker.
Christopher Michael Darling.
Maxwell Steven Semenkik.
Michael Reed Dinas.
Andrew Layton Tomer.
Michael Troutman.
Good morning. We are so glad you have joined us for this very special day. I'm Dr. Jackie Reese Ulmer, and it is my great honor to present to you now these outstanding graduates of the College of Business. College of Business graduates, please come forward.
Caleb Michael Johnson.
Maxwell Douglas Bissett.
Daniel Thomas Stewart.
Cameron Joseph Kassler.
Ashish Shetty.
Antonio Robinson Jr.
Joseph Michael Kerstetter.
Trey Matthew McWhorter.
Alex Neil Brown.
Brady Michael Hobbs.
Samantha Ann Dick.
Chase Thomas Monroe.
Chase Martin Rita.
Andrew Brian Petros.
Andrew Koback.
Keaton William Balduff.
Matthew Gregory Hilliard.
Madison Ann Kedzie.
Andrew Burnett.
Sean Thomas Old.
Lana Matter.
Maxwell Allen Parton.
Isabel Christina Amos.
Noah Boswell. Colt Yinger.
Giovanni Antonio Di Subato.
Marissa Gallant.
Abigail Morgan Hughes.
Isabella Rose Cacaro.
Alec James Gabbery.
Blake McKeel Liam Hyde.
Adam Granada.
Lauren Ennis.
Nicolas Alacron Contreras.
Ivan Salazar.
Caroline Elizabeth Lotman.
Garrett Pearson O'Rourke.
Riley Marcus Bell.
Graham Doherty.
Peyton Aston Emanuel.
Jocelyn Marie Eckenrode.
Madison Lorraine Cerneski.
Kayla Lynn Border.
Bradley Derek Caldwell.
Riley Mae Dozer.
Domiti Marie Hermans Carmond.
Jessica Lynn Throckmorton.
Kaylee Jordan McCurt.
Logan Ronald Mathern.
Nathan Henry Durfler.
Curtis Wagner.
Jacob Michael Nealing.
Drew William Gardner.
Michael Douglas Mazurik.
Mitchell Edward Kubik.
Jared Ritter.
Victoria Huspadorova.
Alina Taylor.
Heather Elizabeth Halpin.
Michael Robert Gandert.
Jared Strickler.
Chase Robert Parr.
Anthony Jude Garofalo.
Christian John Katsonis.
Jack Miller.
Liam Robert Kelly.
Michael David Hote.
Robert John Durda.
Nicholas Talaglia.
Scott Nicholas Liana.
Dominic Robert Laterio.
Kaysen Nicholas Spann.
Samuel Robert Healy.
Evan Robert Frumweiler.
Thomas Turnbaugh IV.
Luke Levy.
Christopher John Ahrens.
Jacob Stephen Bradfield.
Gavin Howard Shearer.
Garrett J. Whitehair.
Joshua Lee Klossing.
Daniel Jonathan Kill.
Andrew Joseph Dunham.
Alexander John Valentine.
Samuel Peter Piazza.
Catherine Grace Loftus.
Alicia J. Provosnik.
Joseph Blake Lindeman.
Deontay Ramon Colley.
Samuel Davis Dredden. Jared Russell Roskin.
Vincent Arasardian Equadcon.
Kayla Marie Graff.
Kevin Michael Gleski.
Austin Pulaski.
Matthew Frederick Sfera.
Eric Thomas Scalfano.
Jacob Howard Reitz.
Justin Theodore Kapokchik.
Mackenzie Huff.
David M. Knight.
Ian James Patton.
Bradley Allen Stutz.
Dale Alexander Wilson.
Gretchen Lee Joliffe.
Kelsey Sue Kaczynski.
Emma Christine Crotty.
Cheryl Yolanda Martin.
Anna Grace Roush.
Sarah Alexa Shiraz.
Colin William Walsh.
Tyler Warren Lumpkin.
Rachel Leffler.
Zachary Keith Raymond.
Grant Brian McLean.
Graham Edward Gary.
Chase Avery McCorkle.
Kenile Shangwei.
Callie Nicole Knudsen.
Frank Phillips.
Jason Preston.
Michaela Joelle Nash.
Grace Patricia Riddle.
Olivia Ann Cleish.
Courtney Brown.
Talia Marie Levecchi.
Lauren Marie Vittori.
Holly Ann Pearson.
Olivia Jameson Fodor.
Emily Salatin.
Isabella Bishop McGloria.
Jack Riley Gavin.
Aiden Lee Kilbarger.
Brady Patrick Dooley.
Gabriel Christian Evans.
Jackson Woodburn Polkamp. Noah Robert Mancuso.
Cole Mitchell Zimmerman.
Willem David Crotilla.
Keith Corey.
Hannah Marie Protzik.
Miranda Lynn Mauk.
Abuna Justice Oshe.
Riley Oliver Usher.
Nicholas Manuel.
Austin Thomas Croy.
Karsten Allen King.
Alana Armenti.
Alex Vega Shirey.
Jacob William Hickman.
William Intaher.
Gabriel Joseph Meyer.
Garrett Frank Keene.
Cooper Hartill.
Cord Hobart.
Dante Russo.
Emmanuel Robert Clement.
Will Stratton Fletcher.
Brian Douglas Wheeler.
John Palo.
Jack William Kolachek.
Garrett Richard Wright.
Calvin Bach.
Zachary Michael Garrett.
Richard Joseph Hammerly.
Luciano Polson.
Keegan Robert Christie.
Nicole Catherine Lynch.
Lauren Ann Marie Horner.
Madeline Heroes.
Sophie Michelle Reutman.
Jessica Lynn North.
Shelby Elizabeth Engel.
Jack Corby Rowland.
Walker James Schaefer.
Larissa Hope Popa.
Austin Ryan Sigler.
Grant Edward Greitza.
Brandon Anthony DeLorenzo.
Christopher Todd Marks.
Haley Ann Brown.
Brendan J. Sanyo.
Jenna Elizabeth Hatton.
Sydney Paige Van Scoy.
Michaela Rashke.
Casey Aaron Fisher.
Joseph Scott Sweet.
Andrew Michael Stutter.
Brady Patterson.
Derek William Schweck.
Timothy Delahunt.
Kyle Edward Acito.
Brian Michael Delaney.
Xavier Luis Diaz.
Bridget Alexis Fontana.
Christopher William Davis.
Logan Black.
Trinity Lynn Sanders.
Isabella Marie Capello.
Sydney Catherine Vinoy.
Gina Marie Yoakum.
Jonna Dye.
Heather Littlejohn.
Olivia Rose Tineth.
Paxton Bree Stofchek.
Olivia Catherine Snyder.
Madeline Denton Mitchell.
Sophia Cox.
Amanda Nicole Warren.
Delaney Reed Allen.
Michael George Barris.
Charles Raymond Cole.
Michael Anthony Lodato.
Dylan Hemley.
Alex Burberry.
Ashley McLean Wilbur.
Matthew Brian Koski.
Nile Firique Grana.
Zachary James Cassian.
Alexander Thomas Porshinsky.
Casey Zamorelli.
Dustin Gilmore.
Danita Pitts Medley.
Hannah Elise Barkham.
Jackson May.
Kevin Stephen Heller.
Haley Marissa Damana.
Kennedy Elaine Worth.
Emma Lynn Roth.
Casimir Danielle Duzbrek.
Declan Albert Colsett.
Max Perry Mihan.
Benjamin Eichner.
Samuel Luis Neal.
Nathan Joseph Riley.
Kaylin Mary Ellen.
Alyssa Ann Varatella.
Rachel Catherine Israel.
Chloe Lauren Martin.
Abby Elizabeth Path.
Caitlin Marie Rankin.
Haley Noel Nadaud.
Maverick L. Wilson.
Caroline Gray Waddle.
Kendall Ivory Edwards.
Devin Knapp. Benjamin Weir.
Nicholas David Adams.
Tyler Lee Erickson.
Lauren Ann Lester.
Caitlin Lee Kovach.
Daniqua Ann Goins.
Kate Anderson.
Abigail Rose Quinn.
Rafael Basilar de Castro.
Rebecca Bell.
Maxwell Jackman Anthony.
Seamus Thomas Huff.
Samuel Lawrence Guiteau.
Dalton Cagey.
Brandon Jokinen.
Dominique Shearer.
Jared Moore.
Jack Edward Piffner.
Maxwell R. Lammers.
Mara Jeanne Scheffel.
Gabrielle Elise Carino.
Ross Allen Ferraro.
Alana Elise Gilman.
Alyssa Grace Barber.
Megan Marie McCauley.
Cage Andrew Ash.
Brandon Shambach.
Colin James Minogue.
David Alexander Graff.
Hayden Michael Howerton.
Andrew Michael Cerner.
Caleb John Kemper.
Alexander Haney.
Samantha Nicole Ford.
David Edward Bryan.
Peyton Michael Young.
Cullen McLaughlin.
Riley K. Emmons.
Joshua Theodore Garn.
Braden Allen Baker.
Jackson Yeager Tyler.
Elizabeth Lynn Walker.
Hannah Marie Kaufman.
Courtney Lynn Williams.
Sydney Claire Phillips.
Samuel Lawrence Wyatt Halloran.
Sean Mahoney.
Spencer David Harrison.
Zach Anthony Smith.
Logan Grube.
Jacob Van Meter.
Marco Fiore.
Jordan Jennings.
Taylor Dickerson.
Maeve Maloney.
Mackenzie Rose Kennedy Cole.
Abigail Ann Townsend.
Lisa Maximilian Marion Baumler.
Lauren Cobrin.
Noah Allen Keniakolis.
Kevin Joseph McKernan.
Kylie McKenna Wolf.
Mackenzie Danielle Volker.
Gabrielle Elizabeth Sharkey.
Casey Renee Anderson.
Marshall Wayne Scheiderer.
Daniel Adam Romanek.
Andrew Richard Magyar.
Nicholas Coretta.
Scott Stephen Bagby.
Alex James Singley.
Ryan Bruss.
Ryan T. Dawson.
Tyler Anthony Artizzoni.
Jacob Robert Royce.
Aaron Hladke.
Andrew James Gleason.
Nathaniel Patrick Merton.
Porter C. Milligan.
Zachary Smithers.
Natalie Marie Kimball.
Lee Miller.
Josie Michelle Ehrman.
Brett Leo Asadorian.
Connor Joseph Yant.
Delaney Eileen Russo.
Austin Michael Pfeiffer.
Riley Shea Smith.
Claire Christine Novins.
Dylan Corbin Mills.
Abby Turner.
Joseph Scott Batante.
Joseph P. Balla.
Tyler Peters.
Christopher Joseph Tillar.
Matthew James Schweitzer.
Thomas Patrick Hughes.
Annabelle Marie Neal.
Molly Christina Ryan.
Vanessa Lee Rose.
Sarah Dollenmayer.
Jared Richard Aslaxon.
John Robert Lawless.
Samuel Joseph McKeever.
Thomas Meyer.
Bryce Connor Dugan.
Kurt Richard Daniker.
Paige Castellan.
Alyssa Meredith Hitchcock.
Haley Lanua Rodletter.
Erica Rose Esposito.
Tyler Story.
Emily Ann Conway.
Tyler John Dent.
Julia Beatrice Folk.
Colin N. Mindeck.
Brogan Callahan Evans.
John Leonard Rudder.
Dylan James Moore.
Dawson Scott Steele.
Aaron Charles Watson.
Cesar Tar.
Peyton Brianne Grigsby.
Ryan Strittmather.
Will Matthew Sparks.
Kaylin Anderson.
Garrett John Lowe.
Aiden Michael Johansson.
Zachary William Hines.
Charles Benedict Staples.
Caroline Elizabeth Piat.
Jack O'Brien.
John Cameron Anglica.
Charlie Alexandria Collins.
Samantha Elizabeth Long.
Hunter Fornshell.
Gunik Sandeep Bora.
Nathaniel W. Crow.
Eli Daniel Rager.
Pierre Sledge.
Jalen Austin.
Kennedy Camille Flood.
Jayshawn Guy Williams.
Destiny Janae Reynolds.
Julia Louise Smith.
Brittany Nicole Barnes.
Trevor John Estep.
Alexandria Paige Morelli.
Isabella Caitlin Lohmeiler.
Morgan Manzo.
Isabel Angelina Girardi.
Claire Noel Doblish.
Gretchen Lee Watkins.
Ashley Creamer.
Isaac Elijah Abelman.
Justin Shishler.
Jacob Douglas Kerper. Dylan Fisher.
Andrew Thomas Magato.
Casey Carlson DeWalt.
Brendan Robert Lowe.
Jacob Owen Fritz.
Mitchell Ryan Davis.
Scott Allen Harrington.
Brandon Capiti.
Anna McGuire Grisco.
Amy Lauren Kokol.
Alexander Bradley Mariner.
Chase Oravec.
Colin Peter Peltani.
Macy Joelle Westrick.
Jenna Lauren Crass.
Mariana Soriano.
Jennifer Wang.
Elise Ann Holter.
Noah Metzger.
Emma Ann Stefano.
William Trent Kleiber.
Rebecca Ann Peters.
Sydney Paige Hardy.
Alexander Samuel Palermo.
Alta McKim.
Alyssa DeGidio.
Catherine Jo Henderson.
Avery Taylor Baker.
Zane Michael Ketzel.
Dalton Bell.
Bryce Clear.
Eli James Mortimer.
Joshua Michael Worcester.
John David Hauk.
William Patrick A.
Mark William Calcaterra.
Melanie Irene Basinger.
Audrey Sue Hales.
Anita Elizabeth Perry.
Christina Rose Geiger.
Allison Palivoda.
Alexandra Marie Patton.
Grant Worth.
Aaron Joseph Pollock.
Riley O'Kane Whitaker.
Sarah Catherine Packard.
Charles Costello.
Madison Elizabeth Gabriel.
Ashlyn Michelle Onsel.
Claire Ruth Barnett.
Chloe Michelle Siddle.
Kelly Lynn Bolden.
Clara Lundblad.
Sarah Marie Sippel.
Catherine Rose McCloster.
Jacob Nettelast.
Justin Moses.
Trevor Dylan Storm.
Zachary Christopher King.
Gina Marie Gigliotti.
Christina Jovanovich.
John Michael Tenorowicz.
Parker Sayevich.
Hannah Taylor.
Cameron Joel Harris.
Savannah Joe Hazenfield.
Kelsey Marie Catron.
Haley June Orr.
Delaney Stetz.
Julia Michelle Roach.
Kennedy Lee Lilich.
Cassandra Daler.
Zachary Alexander Ledbetter.
Samuel Keith Ellis.
Ryan Greco.
Joseph Geary.
Bradley Bryce Miller.
Hunter Scott Gordon.
Brendan Michael Carney.
Brock Paulson Downing.
Frank Harmon Lord III.
Thomas Witchy.
Darrell Rodriguez.
Sean Ryan Terrell.
Yang Shen.
Chase Coomer.
Matthew Nicholas Slavic. Emma Petty.
Stephen Wortman. Stephen Wortman.
Grace Ann Vaught.
Sarah Marie Champ.
Jennifer Simonelli.
Catherine A. Taylor.
Tatiana Chrysolosius Suricius.
Abdul Aziz Numan Najir Al Fadha.
Abdul Aziz Al Hadrami.
Loe Khalid Sarid Al Jabri.
Sandis Ahmed Al Azab.
Kendall Marie Baker.
Hunter James Parker.
Michael Bowling.
Chase A. Williams.
Ryan Thomas Hubeni.
Andrew Thomas Paskert.
We should give away a door prize at the end. Yeah. Be present to win. Hugh Sherman signed.
The business school must be getting easier.